This video discusses a new topic. It's the third way to solve systems of equations, and it's called elimination. And you're doing exactly what the method title implies. You're eliminating something. Let's look at question 6 on your practice sheet. So basically what you're doing is you're going to add the two equations together to eliminate one of the variables. So sometimes you have to do some maneuvering before you can do this, but these first couple of problems, all you're doing is adding them up. So if I add these two equations together, which variable is going to cancel? Well, I can see that I have a negative 5x and a 5x, and they're opposites of each other, which means they're going to cancel out when we add these two together. So hasta la vista, baby, you're gone. And then I'm going to add the other two columns. Notice my y's are lined up, so I'm going to add my coefficients, negative 2 plus 5, and I get 3y. My equal signs are lined up, and my numbers are lined up. So negative 27 plus 0 is negative 27. So now I just have to solve that equation to find my y. So I'm going to divide by 3. So y equals negative 9. So I have my y value, but remember we got to find our x as well. So I'm going to plug this y into either one of those equations, doesn't matter. I'm going to do the top one, where I see a y, and then I'm going to solve for x. So this one's not as easy as the substitution because neither one of our equations is already solved. So we are going to have to actually solve this for x. I have to multiply these two together, which gives us 18. And then subtract 18 from both sides. And then divide by negative 5. So x equals 9. So our solution is 9, negative 9. If you think you kind of get it, go ahead and try number 7. Pause the video, try number 7, and then you can then you can continue the video and watch me do number 7 to see if you've done it correctly. Okay, so hopefully at this time you have watched or you have already tried number 7. If not, go back and try it before watching any further. Pause it now, go back and try it. Okay, so once again, we see that these coefficients right here, this 9 and negative 9, are opposites of each other. So if I add these two equations together, they're going to cancel each other out. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Hasta la vista, baby, you're gone. Add our x's. 5 plus negative 4 is 1x equals 14 plus negative 4, which is 10. Now notice x is already by itself, so I don't have to solve for x. I have x equals 10. So all I have to do is plug that into the top equation or the bottom equation where I see an x and solve for y. So I have to multiply these two together. Then I'm going to subtract 50. And then I'm going to divide by 9. So y equals negative 4. So I have the solution 10, negative 4. Okay, now that you've done that, I want you to do number 8 on your own. Okay, hopefully you've tried number 8. If you want to check your answer, the correct answer is 3, 3. Okay, numbers 9 through 11 are slightly different, so we're going to look at those. Before, we had coefficients that were opposites of each other. Now we just see coefficients that are the same. So I have a 2 and a 2. So they're not opposite. So I have to make one of them opposite. So I'm going to change the signs of everything on this bottom equation so that my 2's have opposite signs. I'm allowed to do that as long as I change all of the signs on one of the equations. So change the equations. Now they're opposite. Now if I add the two equations together, hasta la vista, x's are gone. Add my y coefficients. Negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. Add my numbers. 24 plus negative 6 is 18. Now solve for y by dividing by negative 3. So now I have y equals negative 6. I have to find my x value, so I'm going to plug in y equals negative 6 into that top equation for y. And then I'm going to solve for x. So multiply these two together, I get positive 30. Subtract 30 from both sides. And divide by 2. So x equals negative 3. So my solution is negative 3, negative 6. Go ahead and try number 10. on your own, and then once you've tried it, you can watch the video to make sure you have the right process. Okay, number 10, we see that our x variables have the exact same coefficient. So we're going to go through and we're going to change the signs of all of the things on the bottom equation. And now we're going to add them together. Hasta la vista, x's are gone. Add our y's, we get 1y, or just y. Negative 22 plus 28 is 6, so I have y equals 6. Now I'm going to plug in y equals 6 everywhere I see a y in that top equation. Multiply the 7 and 6, I get negative 42. Add 42 to both sides. And divide by negative 2. So x equals negative 10. So my solution is negative 10, comma 6. Okay, now I want you to try number 11. When you're done, ask Ms. Stottlemyre or I, and we will tell you if your answer is correct.